ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the MEGO Ultraman Tiga figure. For those who don't know, Ultraman Tiga was my first and is my absolute favorite Ultraman of all time, as of right now. So of course this year, celebrating 25 years of Ultraman Tiga, a whole bunch of Ultraman Tiga stuff is coming out. And thankfully, MEGO were able to toss their hats in with the Ultraman Tiga celebrations, and I'm honestly very, very happy. Mind you, the figure is not perfect, and it still suffers from the usuals when it comes to MEGO figures, but for the most part, I am enjoying this figure, I'm enjoying its existence, and I'm really just loving messing around with this thing. The arms feel a lot more solid, the legs feel a lot more posable, and this is the first MEGO Ultraman figure to be shipped out without boots, so that's interesting. I honestly feel none of them really needed the boots, so yeah. But anyway, let's just get started. When it comes to the Ultraman Tiga likeness, I feel MEGO absolutely captured it. Granted, every Ultraman ever is pretty much made with a very stoic expression on their face. Everything else present on the figure just feels so unabashedly Tiga, and I feel that is further communicated with the new hands. Yeah, it seems MEGO are pretty much done with the relaxed human hands and have actually made some entirely new hands for Ultraman. Yes, I'm aware that these debuted with Ultra 7, and we will be talking about him next, but I really just wanted to point that out. Now, let's talk about the suit. Crystal blue color timer, golden streaks, silver, red, and violet, all mixed together. Classic Tiga. This time around, the team to thank is Jason Young for the freelance work, Shonda Mesta Etkin for sculpting, and seamstress Ed Nagy. Very nice, very beautiful stuff going on here. And again, it just absolutely shouts Ultraman Tiga. Unfortunately, and unlike the original Ultraman, it's not perfect. The way this was stitched together, it was stitched together rather unevenly, and it's only really noticeable from the sides and from the back. I mean, on the back, you're kind of dealing with the whole Velcro thing over here, so you're really not supposed to expect much, but it does look like it was sewn together rather lopsidedly. And while that is upsetting, it's really not stopped me from enjoying the figure for what it is. My favorite Ultraman. Though we do have some peelage already, right out of the box, mind you. So when it comes to Ultraman Tiga and Ultra 7, it's looking like I'm just going to be putting them back in their boxes and displaying them somewhere in the back of my Ultraman collection. I am unfortunately starting to see a lot of wear and tear, especially on the red with my original Ultraman MEGO figure, and I would really like to avoid that with Tiga and with 7, so unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to have to miss out on displaying them in poses and everything, just to avoid this. I do feel like I should be taking points off for that, but you also really need to be gentle with these things, and the original Ultraman figure I did drop more than a few times. But this is also the MEGO brand. This is just what they've been doing since the very beginning. And when looking at the front of the box, it does say 17 and up. Though I guess I really do just need to treat this like a 17 and up item, at least until I can get a glass case for these guys. But other than that one little tidbit, I love this thing. Look at him. Look at how bright and glorious he is. Oh my god, he just instills the very definition of hope when you look in his face. Either that or deadpan and uninterested in even being here. Speaking of the face, I again just have to gush over how beautifully MEGO captured Ultraman Tiga's likeness. He looks amazing. This is so very Tiga, and I enjoy it so very much. Like, damn, that's him! That's my Tiga! And of course we've got all the detail that's needed on the back of the head, including the little zipper on the back of the neck, leading into the Velcro dorsal fin that you can choose to have either like this, or like this, your choice. Either way, it's going to continue the design no matter what way you do that, and you're going to run into the red and the violet and the silver over here. Thankfully, we have no peeling going on the bottom of the feet over here, ultra foot fetish, and for the most part, when it comes to the rest of the printing for the figure, it looks great, it looks fine, I have no issues with it whatsoever. This is so very much a MEGO Ultraman figure. And I have to sing my praises for the detail on these hands. They look like gloved hands, and they look like really well-made gloved hands. Just all silver and chromed out gloved hands. You can even see a little bit of what looks like wrinklaging at the wrist. Wrinklaging? Peter Dinklage? So despite the crooked stitching and a little bit of peeling going on here, I am going to have to give detail in terms of both the details on the suit and on the head and on the hands a solid star. And when it comes to the paint slash printing, I mean, the eyes are very cleanly done and the printing on the suit is flawless, so yeah. Solid star! I just wished it was stitched together a little bit more evenly, that's all. And now on to Articulation, which So for those who didn't watch my MEGO original Ultraman review, I can explain to you now, these aren't the standard action figures. These action figures are kind of held together by rubber bands and hooks. And with that inferior technology mixed with a very, very tight cloth suit, articulation is going to be very limited. But first things first, you can go all the way around at the head like so. The arms will be able to go this far up, but they're only going to be able to go this far up without any holding. The arms will go this far back, and they'll actually stay that far back. Nice. The arms will be able to go this far up before the hook actually comes out of the socket over here, and it will kind of lurch back into place. As you can see here, it looks like he dislocated his shoulder, but all you have to do is just pull, and it'll go right back into place. Yeah, that does get very annoying. We've got a much improved bend at the elbow. This just feels a lot more solid than it did on the original Ultraman. Oh, that's buttery smooth, and oh, that's buttery smooth again. We will be getting a swivel at the wrist, like so. You'll be able to bend in, and you'll be able to bend out, bend in, bend out. And we will get a bit of an ab crunch at the torso. The torso is more so, unintentional bars, meant for posing sideways like this. And that's the most you're really going to get out of it. When posing Tiga down, he's just going to kind of spring back a little bit into place. Actually, I feel they really improved on this from the original one. He's actually holding it together rather nicely. Very nicely done, MEGO. And then we've got the legs, which will kick forward about this far, but will kind of fall back a little bit due to the cloth. We've got a very premium bend at the knee, like so. And we've got an ankle hinge over here, which will help with some posing. The legs can also move out pretty far, but they really won't stay that way due to the rubber band and hook nature. So yes, while there is a lot of articulation present on this figure, it really doesn't lead to the highest bit of posability. This is the best I can do for the Spacium Beam. Yeah, these figures really aren't great with recreating that pose, but I was able to recreate a few other poses, kinda, such as the Tiga Slicer, the Tiga Multi-Punch, the Tiga Tornado, and the Ultra Blade Catch. So it isn't all disappointing, and in all honesty, I'm really not bummed about the lack thereof posability on this thing either. I'm pretty sure I said this in my original Ultraman MEGO review, but I ain't getting these figures for the posability. I'm not getting them for the intricate poses that I might be able to get them into. That's for SH Figuarts and the Ultra Action line to really cover. With these, I'm getting them for the novelty. I'm getting them for the fact that they are retro-based figures, retro rubber band and hook figures. They're not going to be for everybody, and I'm not going to try and sell SH Figuarts, SH Monster Arts, or even Bandai fans on these. I'm just trying to say I like them for what they are. So while yes, I do wish the articulation was a little bit better, for what it is, I'm still able to get some good poses out of this guy, so I'm going to give articulation a solid star. All things considered, flaws and all, I really do love this figure. I love and enjoy it so much that I might actually get another one, and I honestly feel like I might be doing that with my Ultraman MEGO collection even more now. But anyway, what are your thoughts and opinions on this figure? I know some of you are definitely going to feel a little bit meh towards it, but I'm curious to hear your opinions either way. Patrons, thank you so much for becoming ShinRobjira patrons. I appreciate the heck out of that. Everybody else, check out my social media and my merch pages down below. And hey, you can cop this guy at ZLC Collectibles. That's the one-stop shop for MEGO, NECA, and a whole bunch of other collectibles on there. They even get MEGO exclusives over there too. And plus, their shipping is super quick. These things went out on a Friday and I got them the very next day. Mwah. Perfection. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about first because I'm recording this way in advance, but the next time I'm talking about Ultraman stuff, I think I'm going to be talking about MEGO Ultra 7. See you all then and there. Have a lovely day, afternoon, and night. Peace.